Premier League clubs will have their January transfer plans drawn up as they look to boost their hopes for the remainder of the season. But transfer chiefs will also have one eye on next summer, with targets likely on the agenda. There will be a host of sides eyeing bargain deals, or even considering players who will be free agents by the end of the season. While Premier League sides are unable to reach pre-contract agreements with stars currently playing in England, they can do so with those on the continent. With that in mind, here are 10 players who could agree moves to your club in January. Adrien Rabiot The France midfielder will definitely not be staying at PSG past this summer. Rabiot, 23, remains one of the most highly rated young midfielders in Europe, and PSG were desperate to keep him. But he spurned their advances, and his agent insists he has made a definite decision to leave Parc des Princes. It is unlikely Rabiot will play for the French champions again, with Liverpool and Arsenal both said to be interested. But they face major competition from Barcelona. Amid reports they have already reached a pre-contract agreement. His mother has insisted that is not the case, but confirmed discussions are expected when the January window opens. Godin Manchester United wanted to sign the Atletico Madrid defender in the summer, but ended up getting nowhere. Godin and his representatives rejected United, although the Red Devils were tipped to reignite their interest at the end of the season. Those plans may now change given Jose Mourinho's exit, but the 32-year-old is still likely to be in demand. Atletico are desperate to tie Godin down to a new deal, and despite talks, he never actually put pen to paper. Godin has spent the last 8 years with Atletico, and it seems it is now or never if he is to move to England. Arjen Robben. Could the Dutchman be lured back to the Premier League? Robben's contract at Bayern Munich is up this summer, and he has confirmed he will be leaving the Allianz Arena. He is yet to decide where he is heading or if he will hang up his boots, but the winger could still be an astute signing. At the age of 34, Robben is not the same player we saw in his pomp at Chelsea, but another crack in England could appeal. An emotional return to former club PSV has also been mooted, and at this stage appears more likely. Mario Balotelli. The former Manchester City and Liverpool striker is currently plying his trade with Nice in France. Balotelli looked set to leave the Ligue 1 club last summer after failing to show up for pre-season but stayed put. After 2 fine campaigns, Balotelli hasn't scored a single goal this term, and his exit appears inevitable. He has been linked with a return to Italy, with Fiorentina reportedly interested in striking a deal in January. But his agent Mino Raiola said there was interest from England in the summer and it could be reignited. Babel has been revitalised in Turkey with Besiktas, but he is unlikely to sign a new deal. The 32-year-old has also earned a spot in the Dutch starting lineup in recent months. During his ill-fated spell at Liverpool, Babel claimed the system used by Rafa Benitez didn't suit his style of play, and he wasn't given time to adapt. Now a more experienced player, he may be tempted by another crack at the Premier League. Philippe Luis, the left-back, looks certain to leave Atletico Madrid at the end of his contract. Luis has fallen behind Lucas Hernandez in the pecking order in the Spanish capital in the past 12 months. The Brazilian rejoined Atletico after a brief spell at Chelsea, where things simply didn't work out. Luis turns 34 in August, so a return to the Premier League may not be on the cards, but he has unfinished business for sure. Thomas Vermaelen's Barcelona career continues to be hampered by injuries. Reports in Spain suggested the Belgian could be offered a one-year extension by the La Liga champions. But the former Arsenal defender has made just a handful of appearances this season. He admitted he was open to returning to the Premier League earlier this month, saying, "I have warm memories of my time in England, and I was very happy there." Hector Herrera, the Mexican midfielder, has admitted his time with Porto has come to an end after 5 years with the club. Three contract offers have been rejected, and it is inevitable he will be moved on. Herrera was linked with both Arsenal and Tottenham in the summer, and at the age of 28 he still has plenty to offer. Don't be surprised to see a Premier League club move for the midfielder. Zagreb is another player who has long been linked with a move to the Premier League. The 28-year-old has spent the last decade at CSKA Moscow, and there are still suggestions an offer could still emerge. But were it not to, Zagreb could be offered the chance to try his luck in England. Yacine Brahimi, the Porto star, has attracted interest from Everton and West Ham in recent windows. He has failed to reach an agreement with Porto, and a summer exit beckons. Marseille, Lyon, Besiktas, and Lazio are all thought to be interested, but reports in Portugal suggest West Ham are monitoring the situation.